everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and today I'm coming at you with your daily dose of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, man. And today we are talking about that 1.12 update, the one that was previously mentioned in videos that were supposed to be coming out, the update that we needed. It is here, and we are about to jump right in it. So Treyarch has released the latest patch notes on the Black Ops 4, update for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and the patch update is version 1.12, and it was 6.94 gigabytes for the PlayStation 4, and boy did it take forever to copy the files. Not forever to download, forever to copy the files. And then it was 7.4 gigabytes on the Xbox One. And the patch update brings the previously mentioned tuning changes to Blackout, classic weapons, and a new gauntlet in zombies. And then the start of a new camo progression system for Blackout, with full rollout of the feature to come through this week. New multiplayer feature mode and more. So in Blackout there it changes to armor, concussion grenades, and more, alongside a new feature playlist called Ambush for Blackout on PlayStation 4. I've played it, I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it, but I'm sure everyone else will. But I don't. So as far as multiplayer, Blackjack gun game has made its return to the feature playlist. This time the Cat 45 was included. So there's a lot going on in the update as far as Blackout, and then we will talk about the multiplayer, we will talk about the league play, we will talk about the zombies. Alright, well, let's jump right into Blackout. So they made a new round of tuning changes, and this is focusing on the armor, the concussion, and the grenades. The cluster grenades, for that matter, in Blackout. And these include reduction in the damage mitigation percentage of all 3 levels of armor, removed explosive and melee protections for level 3, reduced status effect duration and radius for concussions, increased fuse time and mini cluster damage for the cluster grenades, and more. We were going to talk about those numbers here in a second. I will give you the exact numbers of all the reductions that have happened, and trust me, it is massive. But they're also debuting Ambush, the newest limited time mode where players have only sniper rifles, melee attack weapons, and launchers at their disposal, and in a circle that never stops collapsing once it starts. And Down But Not Out continues its second week on other platforms this week and will be replaced by Ambush next week. So you guys will get a chance to play this next week. And then full camo progression is also planned to come to Blackout later in the week on PlayStation 4, featuring a new mechanic to unlock different weapon camos as you play through Blackout matches. They've also have more info on what to expect as they get closer to adding the feature, and it will include a path to unlocking gold, diamond, and dark matter camos in Blackout. And then Zero's outfit unlock mission to also scheduled to drop in Blackout later in the week on PlayStation 4, adding a new quest to unlock the Numbers outfit for Zero in multiplayer and Blackout. Now, as far as the numbers for the reductions that they have made in armor, level 1 damage protection has been reduced from 30% to 15%, so it's now at half. Level 2 armor damage protection reduced from 40% to 25%, and level 3 armor damage protection reduced from 50% to 35%. That's right. Level 3 armor is now only 5% stronger than level 1 was previously. Alright? Think about that. Everyone's going to die a heck of a lot faster now. This is going to be a whole new gameplay. Even I'm going to have to get used to it. They also removed explosive damage resistant from the level 3 armor. They also removed melee weapon damage reduction from level 3 armor. They also increased armor plates required to repair a single durability pip of level 3 armor from 1 to 2. And then they fixed the very overclaimed OP concussion grenade, which they reduced the status effect duration, they reduced the area of effect duration, and they reduced the throw distance, and then reduced opacity of the white flash when initially concussed. And then also, when you are concussed, players can now use equipment. They can also continue holding equipment perform melee attacks, and switch weapons, all while concussed. That happened now. Thanks to everybody complaining, that's here. And then as far as concussion grenade, they reduced hip fire spread while you're concussed as well. And then they nerfed the cluster grenade, or fixed it in their terms. So increased time to detonate after impact, and then reduced damage of mini cluster grenade explosions. And then as far as some general fixes, players can now aim down sights immediately after interacting with a door. Didn't even know that was an issue, but glad they fixed it. And then long shot on the scoreboard now properly matches the after action report, or longest shot, not long shot, sorry. And then zombies, Ultima's character voiceovers now play as intended. And now let's talk about multiplayer, man, because multiplayer is what some of you guys are probably here for. And Blackjack's gun game has been added to the features playlist, this time with the Cat 45. So go have some fun. That's how you get to really good at this game, man. The gun game is absolutely the best training game you can play and still like get points for. It's fun. And then they also have Hardcore Mosh Pit added to feature category, first time edition. You know, Hardcore Mosh Pit, what's up? And then the Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit, the Mercenary Capture Mosh Pit, and Safeguard added to featured category. And then for game modes, they did some fixes on Heist, so the Ghost perk now properly works against the mode's auto UAV sweep, and then players can no longer spend cash on purchasing max ammo when they currently have max ammo. And then they resolved an issue that could lead to multiple purchases of an item if the player had the specialist selection menu open during round transition. And then as far as the specialist, Prophet resolved an issue where the Tempest could gain an extra charge if an enemy was killed by a player-owned Seeker or Score Streak. And then Ajax resolved an issue where grenade fuses could expire faster while the ballistic shield was in use. And then as for Ruin, they resolved an issue where the gravity slam could not properly trigger if the player landed directly on another player. And then for perks, Tracker's detection icon will no longer display after the player switches to a class without Tracker equipped. And then for gear, the acoustic sensor resolved an issue where it could stop working if the player switched their class after spawning. And then for challenges in multiplayer, they fixed crash landing, which players should now properly gain progress towards this challenge each time after earning a gravity slam shutdown medal. And then weapon customization, Mastercrafts applied to a secondary weapon will now update in real time. And they also resolved an issue where a gold camo weapon could display a higher visual state when switched to after a new visual state was reached on a weapon with a Mastercraft applied. And they also resolved an issue where they dropped diamond camo weapon could display a higher visual state when picking up by another player. They also resolved an issue where a teammate's gold camo weapon would have a purple visual state in third person when killed by an enemy with a gold camo weapon. Kind of interesting. Didn't even know those were issues, but again, glad they fixed them. Then as far as custom games, sweeping and constant minimap custom rule settings now function as intended, and then team deathmatch round score limits greater than 500 are now available. So those that want to, play team deathmatch farther than 500, now's your chance. And then miscellaneous, so they fixed the grenade equipment charge, which will no longer be lost if the player dies during the throwing animation. And then players can no longer gain XP for killing teammates in Hardcore Search and Destroy and Hardcore Control. They also closed an exploit that could briefly speed up players' movement when rapidly ADSing in and out. And ADSing does mean aim down sights for those that don't know, that small percentage. And then they removed custom reticles on the ABR 223 and Paladin HB50 Mastercraft default optics due to feedback on the reticles adversely affecting aim during gameplay. So basically, it was a pay to play. And then let's go ahead and talk about the league play, because I know some of you guys are probably here for that one. I know I am, because there is a competitive update. And this is a message from Treyarch. They said, we've incorporated feedback from the Call of Duty World League, pro players, and some members of team management, and the larger Call of Duty competitive community. And today, or yesterday for you guys, we're planning several updates to the Call of Duty World League competitive rule set, along with plans for the World League hub and league play. And they do have a blog that I will link in the description if you guys would like to read more about the competitive league play, because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming in that, and maybe we'll talk about it in a separate video because it is quite detailed. I'd like to get into it with you guys, but let's go ahead and talk about zombies. Now, zombies had, you know, I would say a pretty good amount of an update if you guys are ready for it. So for as far as classic and loot weapons, the MP40, Grav, Damon 3XB, SWAT RFT, and Cat 45 weapons have been added to the mystery box on all maps. The MP40 and Grav camo progression now available in the armory for all players, and then the Damon 3XB, SWAT RFT, and Cat 45 camo progression and customization now available in the armory once unlocked in the black market. Now, as far as stability for global fixes, they resolved a rare crash that could occur when players idled too long in a lobby, and then they resolved a crash that could occur during a 4-player split screen session as players were bleeding out, essentially. And then Dead of the Night, they fixed a crash that could occur when the player disconnected while loading into the boss fight, and then they fixed a crash that could occur during the open cinematic if the user quickly restarted a custom match just after leaving one. Now, as far as miscellaneous, they resolved a bunch of issues. I can get into just to some of them here. So as far as Blood of the Dead, they resolved an issue where the spectral shield key attack could persist while using an elixir, and then they closed an exploit where players could access exploitable areas using the Ragnarok DG5. So basically, no more glitches for you guys. And then they did a bunch of fixes to Dead of Night, and I mean a bunch of them. And they did a couple for Classified, and those are resolved the visual corruption that could occur when players were damaged by electric traps, and that's on Xbox only. And then they resolved an issue where the cameras was not aligned to the player during the teleporter transition if the player was coming from Groom Lake. And then as far as gauntlets, they resolved an issue where gauntlet mode was not available in local play even if connected to the internet. And then Rush, they resolved an issue where collectible icons could spawn without glow effects. And in Tutorial, they fixed a progression break that could occur if the player attempted to interact with the fast travel before interacting with the Pack-a-Punch pedestal. Now, as far as general, the special event for zombies is Barbarian special event that's been added to the black market, and there are 25 new tiers of loot to earn available in the special event stream. Basically, the rewards include new outfits, gestures, calling cards, reactive camo, and the Cat 45 full auto pistol. If you guys haven't used it, now is your opportunity. All right, go play it, go have some fun. Now, I want to talk about Blackout limited time mode. Ambush. It's only for squads. And I'm mad about that because I only like to play solos, and I want to dominate. I don't want to play all day to just get one win. I want to get, you know, one win an hour, basically. And I want to dominate, and I want to get enough kills to have enough footage for you guys, you know, to watch and be like, wow, that was entertaining. You know what I mean? But it's a squads. I don't like squads, and every time I played it, I even tried to do solo squads, and I never found a sniper scope. Every single game, I found snipers, never found a sniper scope. Doesn't make it very fun when everybody you're in a sniper battle with has a scope and you don't. So I gave up on it and I started playing some solos. I'm like, nah, I'm done. So once they make it solos is when I'll start playing it, maybe even duos. I can do some solo duos or get some plays, but I don't have a large squad that I play with every day that we get really good at. And no, please don't comment saying that you'll join the squad. I am not looking for a squad. I'm not looking to build a team or anything like that. First, I still have to get through building this channel for what it is. And as far as the league play, I wish they would stop teasing us with the information. I wish they would just give it to us already, like what we were going to expect for sure. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy all the new armor changes. I think it's going to be great. It's definitely going to take some getting used to. And I'm glad that there's going to be some armor, or not some armor, some camos that we can work for in Blackout as far as a progression system. Anyway, guys, I upload every single day. I'm your boy Carbon. Please leave that like, please leave that subscribe, please leave a comment. Let me know what I did wrong within the game. You guys always do, and that's okay. I love you guys. Again, thank you to everybody who came and watched my stream, who donated. Extra peace to you guys. Extra peace to you guys. I'll be planning on streaming a lot more. You guys are going to see some high quality stuff coming, I promise you. Guys, it's been fun yet again. Peace.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.